Hey, Candace. How's it going? The dog is going crazy on the toy. Hey, Adrian. Let me turn my phone off, y'all. Tarot 4. Okay. Venus is in Virgo as of today. So my Virgo son's over here just getting all the details, all the things, Mystic Moon. I'm very excited about it. You guys got to come. If you use code HOA, I'm going to put it in the chat. If you guys use code HOA, you get a $12 ticket. Go get it right now. I'll say it again. Okay, so Candace, let's use our galactic star. Love it. Okay. Candace, hope you guys are doing well. Cannon is clearly loving his toy. I have another dog, you guys, because of the booze dog. So meet Cannon through the squeaky. Okay. Candace. What does Candace need to know? The Page of Wands reverse and the Death card reverse. So these two energies are really about like, okay, there's something that you're needing to just go ahead and just do it. That's what I'm getting here. The Page of Wands is very adventurous. It goes for what it wants to do. It is very much so an energy of putting themselves out there, taking a risk, and also just realizing, like, why not? That's the energy that I'm getting. But something here with the Death card, maybe you feel like because the Emperor is underneath this reverse, maybe you feel like you don't have the right structure. Maybe you don't feel confident. There could be a lack of confidence. There could be this like uncertainty on if this makes sense or if this is a good time or whatever the case may be. But I feel like you're really being encouraged to just kind of go and do it. Put yourself out there because something's got to kind of like push you forward for something big to grow or some big change to happen, right? Because the Death card talks about change. And something's trying to change in your life, but not if we stay on the sidelines and not if we overthink things just because it's unfamiliar or it feels scary or it feels risky. It's like we got to go and like, okay, I'm here, even if it feels uncomfortable and even if it feels like like this kind of like it feels like a risk. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, I need a book. This is about spiritual business and just had a major loss. Okay. So whatever this is, right? When we have something like that, that's what this Emperor and Death card are talking about. There's something here. I'm just very curious about this energy. So yes, do book because I'm very curious about this. But there's something here where the Death card coming up reverse is saying it's not about giving up, but there is a need to maybe realize that, you got to try. And that is, trust me. I mean, yesterday I did a whole event, y'all. 4 people showed up. It was a free event. 4 people. I had all these readers. I had everything. I had my Halloween decorations. It was adorable. And 4 people showed up. But it was like, you know what? That's part of the nature of the beast. You just don't know. And if you're doing, it's like, why are you doing it? And if that why is getting checked, then hey. So yes, that's for Candace. Adrian is next. We have 3 people in here. Is there someone that's floating around and not getting a reading? Hopefully you're a lovely human being and not someone being a creeper. Adrian's going to be next. We're going to go with, you know what? I'm going to stay with my galactic star. I can't believe that. Spin that song's in my head. Literally came out of nowhere. You're so welcome, Candace. You know, the world, it's a different place than we're used to, y'all. And we're all trying to figure out what that means. There's one more person on here. Adrian, you're here. Who's this other person? Are you being a creeper? Do not. Please don't be a creeper. I don't like that. That's not cool. So if you're not getting a reading, and maybe it's just Candace and Adrian still here, and that person left. I say that now, y'all, because I really had to deal with someone being a creeper, and you know, it's unfortunate. Adrian. Oh, hi. Okay, bless. I know. It was awful. Adrian, this is for you. Got the 2 of Cups. How'd I know we'd get a 2 of Cups with you, Miss Adrian? But we do have the Devil. This is interesting, though, because this Devil, because I have the King of Cups underneath this Devil doesn't feel nefarious, but it feels like somebody needing to it kind of feels like there's something that's causing this, whomever you're connected with, it's like, I mean, it's a little nefarious because I'm getting like an obsession, and I was just talking about someone being a creeper, right? It's like an obsession energy. It feels mutual though. It doesn't feel one-sided, but it feels like not being able to get past something or to like, I just feel restricted. I feel like there's something that's looming in the background that we're not able to kind of like conquer, and so we're kind of like in this loop. And that's, I'm drawn to this as well. It's like I feel like something about this, a loop of energy around 2 people, and we have to just realize where we're like what's the problem? What is this that is causing us to do something that's keeping, like, we can't keep doing this. Like, that's what it feels like. It feels like I can't keep doing this because we're not getting anywhere. It feels like being held back. What's the next card? 6 of Cups. So this could be someone that you've been connected to. This could be someone from the past that we're not able to get rid of or release. There's something here that feels restricting. The Devil, I don't like it in this. At first I thought, okay, maybe we're being committed, but I think we're committed to something that isn't moving. And it's like sometimes we can be hard-headed. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. It's like a hard-headed energy. Like, I want this thing, it's gonna work. And it's like, it's either would have worked or it's, like, it just feels stuck. I feel it in my energy. It feels stuck. And I think maybe we're stuck because there's a 2 of Cups here. There is a connection, but like, what are we doing with it? Right? 2 people here, they're not facing each other. It's like we keep getting sucked back in and we're not moving beyond this. After the Devil comes the Tower, right? So some need to like create some type of movement, change. Something needs to change in order for something to change within this connection. It's not just going to work without realizing where we're stuck and doing something differently about that. That's what I'm getting. And I know we have similar energies. I know, Adrian, we've been reading together for a long time, but yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, look, the Three of Pentacles is coming up reverse after that. Something's not working because we're not moving beyond whatever this thing that we are just holding on to and like just using as an excuse. That is not healthy, right? Sometimes the devil can talk about toxic things or things that are just like, you know, keeping us where we are because it feels good, but is it good? Okay, I saw Phoenix. Phoenix, are you still here? Bless, Adrian. I heart you. I really do. Gabriella, what's up? Is Phoenix still in the building or in the internets? I'm gonna read. Awesome. You're so welcome, Adrian. There is a connection, but we gotta break out of something, you know. And sometimes we just gotta do what we think we can't do, and that is breaking out of the pattern, out of the what we feel a slave to, you know. Phoenix, Earth Tarot. You want me to use the Earth Tarot? I do have the Earth Tarot. Or is your name Earth? Because that would be a cool name. We'll use the Earth Tarot. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Your name is Earth? Well, gosh darn it. That is a cool name. You want me to use the Galactic? Okay. Okay. Wow, cool. Earth. That's cool. That's cool as hell. What does Earth need to know? The Queen of Cups is at the base. So this is about using your intuition. That's what I'm getting. Trusting yourself, using your intuition, understanding that our intuition is very quick, it's very fleeting, right? And so if you're overthinking something, that's more anxiety, but that's not what this is. This is just like an inner knowing, a trust. What's underneath this? Four of Swords. Yeah, there's something here that you just leaning into trust. You don't have to rush something. That's what I'm feeling. The Two of Swords reverse. There's a decision that you're making. And I think it's important for you to trust yourself and understanding that it's okay. It's like you don't have to rush. And therefore, whatever decision you're making right now is the best for you in order for you to feel aligned, or like it kind of feels like a setting yourself up for the best possible outcome energy. So like, I think I need to do this, even though maybe it's going to make me have to be delayed or put something off, or it's not going to happen as quickly. But I think it's better for me to do this thing right now instead of like rushing and trying to like hurry it up. Yeah, the moon is here, another intuitive energy. So this has something to do with trusting your intuition, making decisions based off of letting things be and not forcing them, because I think you know that I think you know what's best, and it may feel like what's best is taking a little bit of a slower approach, not rushing. And don't be fearful that like you're missing an opportunity by trusting yourself to be a little bit more patient and take your time to understand what it is that you're truly wanting or what's truly going to be best for you. That's what this feels like. It could be a relationship, it could be a job situation, but there's something about your intuition. 3 intuition cards came out. the High Priestess, the Moon, and the Queen of Cups. So trusting yourself that it's okay to either hold off on a decision. That is a decision. You know what? Give me a second before I tell you what I want to do. Yeah, King of Swords. I think you need to take a second. We're in Mercury retrograde. Take a second before deciding fully on whatever this is, however this is resonating for you, and trust yourself. Don't feel pressured from anybody else. What's going to feel best for you? What's going to make you feel the most kind of secure within yourself, safe, even, I'll use that word, in the long term. Hey, Ronnie. That was for Earth. Cool last name. Earth. Take it slow like the Earth, you know? But trust yourself. And don't feel rushed. That's the biggest thing. Don't feel rushed. It's Mercury retrograde. We don't need to rush into things. No. Gabriella. Okay. Hey, Brianna. Gabriella. What's going on, Miss Gabriella? The Hanged Man and the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So, Gabriella. The Hanged Man's coming up reverse. So this is telling me, especially with the Ace of Swords here, the King of Pentacles, this could be you. This could be something at work. Something I feel like you're not seeing. It feels like you're not seeing, once again, it feels like a Mercury retrograde kind of thing. You're not seeing something clearly. And it feels like you're taking somebody's words, even with the Ace of Swords here, or maybe something they said, maybe their lack of like action, and maybe you're reading it you're reading it wrong. It feels like somebody, because this doesn't feel like you, this King of Pentacles could be someone at work or something. Maybe you think I thought we were having this type of energy exchange, and then like it didn't like play out that way. So then it kind of feels like, what? Like I thought we were on the same page. And it's like, you may be, but there's a need to kind of just let things kind of, what does this feel like? It feels like not seeing things clearly, not seeing something clearly, and not assuming. There's something here about not assuming something. It also kind of feels like needing to say something again. Maybe this person didn't hear you. There's something here lost in translation. Something didn't hear you. It's actually not what you thought. I think that you should try again. It's that type of energy. It's like, because the Hanged Man makes you feel like there's some confusion around it. And I feel confused as I'm reading this energy. So I know there's some type of confusion around something that you're trying to get some clarity on. And I feel like this person is hard to read. It's hard to read the situation. And so I think you need to just ask. That's what I'm feeling. You just need to get the clarity that you're needing, because I think you might be seeing the situation not as it truly is. And King of Swords. Yeah, we need to talk. You need to revisit something. Hey, could you clarify what you meant when you said, hey, remember when we had that conversation? I wasn't exactly sure if you meant this or this. Like, that's the energy that I feel. Something's lost in translation, and something is being confused because we don't know. We need clarity. So don't assume, don't make things up, and don't like avoid this either. That's what I'm getting. Whatever this is for you, okay? As for Gabriella, Ronnie. Ronnie is next. That's a great thing. Neptune has to do with sleep. So that's interesting that you even use that word. Yeah, totally sleep on it. See the vibes. But Neptune actually went retrograde. Okay. Neptune actually went retrograde on Tuesday. So it could be viewing something, you're getting a different view on something, seeing something more clearly. Maybe something with the King of Pentacles there, it feels like because the King of Pentacles is very stoic energy, and it's kind of like this is what it is, but I feel like we have to revisit something because now we either need to like reimagine or we see it differently, or we need to get clarity or maybe revisit. Feels like a idea maybe even coming back around, but there's something about revisiting something that is very clear. So yeah, sleep on it, see the vibes, but it's like seeing something differently than you saw how you saw it before, and there's clarity that comes from there, or some type of new way of experiencing, understanding something. It's a revisiting. I want to say that word again. Okay. Ronnie. The Magician. This is about manifesting. This feels it actually feels quick. So something here about manifesting something, and it feels like it's quick. It's like, let's see what's on the bottom. Yeah, Two of Pentacles reversed. So whatever's been feeling very overwhelming, there's a life force coming in here, or a life jacket, or something coming to save you. I'm drawn to the Ankh here. This feels like, okay, I just need to like manifest, right? Like I just need to like, like, okay, what am I needing? It feels like that. It feels like the magician's like in the studio trying to like, okay, what am I trying to create here? What am I needing? And it's like, this is what I need. This is what I need to create the balance. This is what I need to like figure out. This is what I'm needing. So it feels very intentional, very like, okay, this is what I need to be asking for. This is what I need to be focused on. This is what I need to be doing. And then I feel like that's where you get this like help that comes through. It's your intentionality around what it is that you're manifesting. And this doesn't feel like, and here's the thing, it doesn't feel like something overall, like big, like I want $1 million. It feels like this one thing that helps balance out your current energy. It's like, I just need this actually right now. It feels very much so like I just need this right now. What's underneath this? The Lovers. So Gemini energy, right? So it's like figuring out what is that thing that is causing the most imbalance by not having it, or that would help you kind of like and then that clarity is like, I'm calling in this. Use Venus day tomorrow to kind of like set that intention, because I think it'll happen quick. But right now, I think you might be trying to look too much at the bigger picture instead of those little pieces we need, right? Which part of the magician are we needing to activate? Is it the cups, the swords, the wand or the pentacle? And then what are we needing that will bring us that balance in our life so that we feel more like, okay, I got everything flowing. There we go. I just need a little consistency. There we go. Okay. So that makes a lot of sense, right? And that's why the Gemini energy also came out. And then I got you, Brianna. But that's why the Gemini energy is here, right? Because we have to, yes, you're an entrepreneur. Yes, you are a creator. Yes, you already have that, right? But something's out of balance, right? Because you need this consistency. That's it. So now that you have honed in on that, that is okay, great. You're probably going to get that gig. And then you're going to have that, and then the balance is going to be restored, and then you're going to be able to stay afloat in a way that doesn't feel like you're drowning. And so and that's why with the magician, I said it's like a life jacket. It's like here you go. This is what you need right now to sustain where you are. And that's why that Gemini is there, because we have to remember we're this and we're that. I'm a creator, I'm a creative, but I'm also someone that can go do a job that I enjoy. You don't have to go work at, I forget the place you used to work at, but you feel me? Like, you don't have to go get a job you don't like, because that is like part of that doing, like playing your role, doing your part. Then spirit, co-creator, comes in and says, Talbot's, yes, comes in and says, hey, thank you for realizing that you needed to go and do this thing. Now look at me open this door for you. I had the same energy when I started working at Modern Mystic, right? I was like, I need fucking money. And spirit was like, yep, you sure do. I'm glad you realized that. And I'm glad you went and got a gig. And I only had it for 6 months. Right. And then I was able to kind of move back into what I wanted to be doing and like use, my resources differently. So that's what this kind of feels like. It's like, you don't have to go do something you don't like, but you need to go do something. And then once you do that, then that's where more opportunities can come in. So we're co-creating. I feel that. Yeah. Yes, I love that. Okay, Brianna is next. I love that because that's exactly the vibe, bro. That's so it. That's so it. Just like that will bring back the balance, and that will make you feel so much better. Ooh, the thunder rumbled. You're so welcome. And that's great. And that just makes, oh God, I just feel really excited for you for that exact reason. Good for you, Ronnie. Spirit's also like, yay. Yay. Brianna. We switched it up. 10 of Pentacles, something about your life. We're moving into the next step of something. This feels, I'm not gonna lie, I feel some gravity here. I feel some weight. I feel some seriousness. 8 of Cups at the bottom. It's like we're finally moving away from this idea of like not having what we want. It's like, oh, okay, like I'm actually stepping into this kind of like expansion of my life. Things are starting to look like I can start to see what I have, where I am. 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the time. There's something now is the time for you to really start to feel like, okay, I have a little bit of understanding of what my life's going to kind of look like. And I'm out of this 8 of Cups. I'm out of this I don't want to use the word pain because that's dramatic, but I'm out of this emptiness or this everything kind of not feeling like hard. There's something with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like all this hard work is finally yielding something. And you can start to see your life a little more clearly, like, okay, these pieces are clicking in, they're kind of working together. I feel like we're getting somewhere. I'm no longer in this space of like feeling, ooh, yep, I just moved out and I got my dream apartment. Yay! Beautiful. So just know that you are in a very harvest time energy, right? The Seven of Pentacles is like the harvest, and it's very Venus and Virgo coded, which Venus moved into Virgo today. So as you're in your new home, start to think about, with Venus being in Virgo, it's less about the aesthetics of everything and more about the functionality of everything, and making sure that you're really tending to yourself, like your schedule and your routine, and like getting adjusted. So it's very important right now to like adjust your nervous system to this new place. That's what it feels like. And that should be your focus right now, because you need to settle into it so you can start to feel safe. Oh, from this Eight of Cups energy of feeling like, things are, and they're like, no, things are good. And sometimes we want to get somewhere and then we want things to like pop off. And it's like, what I'm getting here is like, no, it popped. Now let's like anchor into it. Let's adjust. Let's get acclimated. So if you're deciding to have Two of Cups, Two of Swords, we don't even trip about love. That's still there, right? That's coming. There's something coming that might be very surprising, okay, in terms of this. So what you need to focus on right now is just adjusting to your new home, because things are different and it's time for them to be different. So don't get like, okay, what's next? Don't do that. Do like, let's adjust. Let's get into our routine. Let's enjoy. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh my God, I was watching this thing or reading this thing, and they apparently Waterloo is like one of the worst sparkling waters you can drink. And I'm like, of course it is, because I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So why wouldn't it be the worst sparkling water you can drink? Topo Chico is the best though. But they don't have as many flavors. I do like Topo Chico. Anyways. My man who's not my man is my man. I have no idea. Okay, yeah. I think so. I think so. And I think that that's going to come in a, because I pulled the other cards. I got the Two of Swords, the Two of Cups, the King of Swords, the Tower, and the Nine of Cups. So to me, that feels like you might get a surprise from this man. He may say something that is surprising that you weren't expecting, but there's no need to like focus too much on it, because it'll happen when it's going to happen, because the Nine of Cups was there. So it's like, and remember we had the Eight of Cups at the bottom. So the fact that the Nine of Cups are a couple more cards out tells me that all of this is connected. The Ten of Pentacles, your life that you've been building, working towards, it's all starting to kind of like come into alignment. It is exciting. Yay. Getting that money right. Beautiful. Okay. Well, everyone's peaced out, Girl Scout. If you're still here, thank you, Bree. If you want an oracle message, I can pull one for you. I don't know why I'm having like a little bit of a head thing. Headache? It's not a headache. It's like a, feels like a, maybe it's an energy ache. Well, since you're going with the energy, I'm just going to pull an energy card for you. And you know what's interesting is that we're almost out of this Pisces North Node energy. So it's like you survived. And like with that, things are now going to start to fix into place because we go from the mutable Pisces Virgo, and then we're going into the fixed Aquarius Leo. And what's peeking through under here? Happy family is showing up. And then what's this? Man holding a heart. So I think that things are going to start to click in and feel more like sure, right? We had 10 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. That's very grounded. That's very like, okay, energy. And now I have the happy family and the man holding a heart. So I'm thinking, as this energy continues to don't get worried, storm warning, the magician in the mirror, what is it that you want? Yeah, that's the direction that energy is going to keep moving in. Sun. So I do feel like there's nothing to be worried about. Sometimes we get like that. Okay, well now I have this. That means something's gonna happen, and it's not gonna. It's like no. I think we're moving away from, once again, the Eight of Cups. This is a similar energy to me. The Eight of Cups energy towards the sun, towards happiness, things just kind of feeling really, really kind of like, I don't know, kind of feels like anchored is the word I want to say. But don't get in your head about it. And that's why I say going with the flow is the best mode of action, I would say. And worry about adjusting. I love this man holding a heart card. I don't know why. I feel like I would like him. LOL. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Cool. Okay, anyone here? There's only one other person in here, so if I didn't read for you, let me know. Joelle, hey, what's up? Let me pull for you. You sure can, Gabriella? Okay, Joelle. Pull for Joelle first, and then I'll pull Oracle for you. That'll give you some clarity, I'm sure, Gabriella. I love that too, Bree. Joelle. Do, 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 do. It is fascinating. You're so welcome, Joelle. The Page of Swords. So this is like, I'm kind of getting this energy. Yeah, I was about to say it. And the Seven of Cups is underneath it. The energy that I'm getting from this, Joelle, is like, if you want something, you might need to be a little bit more clear about it and not kind of beat around the bush. The Page of Swords can kind of be a little timid and be like trying to test the waters. But like, you have to figure out what you want and then go get it. Because the Seven of Cups is about emotionally not being sure. But sometimes we are sure. We just keep ourselves confused because maybe it's scary to choose or to go for something. And that's why maybe the page is coming up, because it's unfamiliar, or you feel a little doubtful. Let's see what's on top. Six of Cups. So this feels like, and then the Star. So maybe something from the past. Okay, Six of Cups. Maybe this is a person that you like. Maybe you're not sure if you should move away from something or go towards something. To me, this feels like, I feel like you need to, kind of feels like you need to move towards it. Because in either way, and that's kind of also what I'm getting, Joelle, like you need to move towards it because you need to get some finality around the situation. So you don't want to keep yourself in a holding pattern and keep kind of like beating around the bush around something, because it's just going to lead to you feeling very emotionally hurt and in this space of like just not being able to get to move to grow. And you need to figure it out once and for all. And I feel like it is about a person. The Empress is here. It is about a romantic situation, and you just need to go and figure it out. And I think you might be pleasantly surprised. Justice, the star card. Hey Nikki, about how things may play out, but you gotta go and try. Because if you don't, you're just going to keep being this Page of Swords, which is kind of like testing the water. And we don't have time for that type of energy, because it keeps us small and it keeps us stuck and it keeps us in weird loops. And it's like, let's break out of that. Let's just get an answer. Let's just say what we need to say, because it just really feels like a need to get finality around something. So I would do that, Joelle, because you might be surprised at where that leads to, or that clarity might feel so relieving one way or the other. Okay, Gabriella, I'm gonna pull let me get Nikki's, and then I'm gonna pull a oracle. Yeah, even when I split that, Joelle, it's like you got to take action. We can't stay in limbo forever. We just got to kind of rip the Band-Aid off, see the vibes. Even though I think it might be a positive result. It doesn't feel like, ooh. But I feel like if you stay where you are, you're going to feel that energy. Nikki. So we have the Two of Wands. I'm going to have the Death card here. So what's underneath this? Yeah, something needs to change, or something has changed, I will say, in the plans, right? This is Scorpio energy. Something's changed, and, something has changed, and that's okay. Whatever's happening, however this is like playing out, like the plan needs to change. Like it needs to change. It's kind of like we thought this was going to happen this way, and then something comes in and it's changing it. And that might be scary, but it's like we've got to, like, something here, whatever this is that's changing, it needs to happen. It needs to happen, because we have to be honest about what it is that we're needing in order for something to fully be able to move forward. So that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like something has to change around maybe a person or a situation. And the fear of that change, there's nothing to fear, because if it's strong enough, it can withstand it. That's what it feels like. And I feel like it can, with what I'm getting here too. I have the Strength card and the Three of Wands. So whatever this is, let something change, because it has to, in order for it to fully evolve or grow into the next iteration of it, or to get things moving, or for things to actually start to kind of like take form or take off or something like that. So don't be fearful of change around something, because it's necessary in order for things to actually move. That's what I'm getting for Nikki. Your job and school. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And maybe you're like, oh, I don't know, this is the right time, but I think you'll be pleasantly happy about that change, by realizing like, this might have been the plan, but this isn't, I don't like it. I want to change the plan. And so do it. and don't get caught up in, well, what happens when I change, or that keeps us. Yeah, I feel like whatever this is, it's going to work out better for you. But new information comes in, and new situations pop up, and we have to change our course of action sometimes, and that's not a bad thing. You're so welcome. All right. I'm going to pull real quick for Gabriella because she's been very patient. And we got a very cryptic message for her earlier. So let's see what this Neptune energy is trying to kind of like tell us. What are we needing to revisit? What are we needing to look at differently? What deck do I want to use for this? Let's pull one of these. You're so welcome, Nikki, if I didn't already say that. This is for Gabriella, and then Chicho, I got you. We got the sunflower action card. So this is for you, Gabriella. So it's something here about, once again, I said like getting some type of, and then I have the good luck card. So I don't know what this is, but it's like something that we need to like take some action on and get some clarity. Like maybe there's someone that you like, maybe there's someone that you are interested in, and maybe you're like, oh, they don't like me because they weren't really giving me the vibe. And it's like, are you reading it wrong? There's something about reading a situation wrong, or being confused about how someone or how something is like expressing or presenting, and needing to kind of like take some action and figuring out like, hey, did you actually mean this when you said this? There's some, it feels like that. And then of course we have the good luck card. So it feels like if you do this, if you do take this action, there's something good that comes from it. It really feels like getting clarity around a perception of something or someone, Gabriella. Chicho, career. La, 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 la. God, I hate this song stuck in my head. Oh, could be about your sister. Is your sister an earth sign? Because I got the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So I got earthy energy and air energy that are playing a role in this situation. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I would just, take like, hey, can you clarify what you meant when you said that? Aquarius. That, okay, so you're coming up as the earth, and she's coming up as she's the Aquarius, the King of Swords. I think the Aquarius may have like, Aquarius energy can be like say things and it come off weird. So you might want to like, hey, what did you mean when you said? Chicho. Okay, when you're asking about your work, we have the Magician coming up reverse and the Moon. So I think that this is about you being unafraid of change with work. So what's coming up for you? I think something new, but you have to be okay with that and start to think about, what do you want? The Magician is us co-creating with spirit. So I talked about it a little earlier before you were on, but the Magician is saying like, okay, what are you going to do? Are you looking for a new job, or are you getting more clarity on what it is that you actually want to be doing? Are you being honest with yourself that you're dissatisfied? Do you want more money? Do you want to explore some other interests that you have? What is it? And then like doing something actively to kind of like move yourself in a direction that kind of potentially opens up something new for you. but we can't be scared, the moon reverse, of taking chances, because this is also our card of working with God's source, the all, and saying like, hey, I'm ready for something new. But first, you have to be clear on that. Like, you have to set your intention around what it is that you want to manifest, what you want to have, what you want next in your career. And if you want more money, then, like, okay, I want more money. Okay, well, what are we doing? You know, are we looking for another job? Are we asking for a raise? Are we starting to also like activate our creativity and our side hobby? It's that type of energy that I'm getting for you, Chicho, in terms of like what's next for your career. More money comes with more clarity on your end of what it is that you're wanting, and taking action steps to kind of like start that ball rolling so that spirit can kind of come in and say, lovers, okay, cool. I see that this is something that you're also looking at exploring and honoring, you know, all aspects of self. Like, you're this person too. I want to do this too. And maybe I've been putting it off. And it's like, but it's part of who you are. And it says that there's nobody in here. So I hope I'm not talking to no one, but that is what I'm getting here. And that was for Chicho. All right, bless. I think we're at the end of our road, y'all. La 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 la. Right. Spanish. Spanish. All right, I think it's time for me to skedaddle. Oh, someone just came in. I was just about to peace out, Girl Scout. I just want to make sure. Okay, you're gone. All right, bless. Okay, bye.